Hey, THLers. Welcome to a wonderful week one draft series. We got a couple of great players here. We got Niji Boston and Super Chicken joining me tonight to do some casting. How you guys doing?
I'm great,
Doing
thanks.
good. Yeah.
Excited to. It's almost turning into a full all-Canadian stream. The only person that's ruining our fun is Skirt Reynolds from the U.S.
That's the way it should be.
That's right. The only time Canada gets to dominate the U.S. is on stream, so it's good.
Yeah.
So, players have already got their bands on, so they got what is it? Skirt Reynolds banning Demon Hunter, while Diamond bans Warlock. I'm gonna throw the deck lists up here if you guys want to chat about that, and then we'll get rolling.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Diamond brought something of a hunter target with the Fel DH, Questlock, Aggro Druid, and Libram Paladin. I think a lineup like this kind of made a lot of sense for him. You know, Hunter's been a really strong and popular deck lately, so bringing a lineup that's targeting Hunter, I think, is a pretty good idea. Hunter just being an aggro deck in general, I think by nature is a bit easier to target than some other popular decks. So I think Skirt definitely has his work cut out for him here, trying to get a win.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Hunter is the big thing in this matchup. Diamond definitely is looking to counter that, so we'll see if the Hunter can get through. Smart bring, because 5 seeds often bring some aggro decks, so in general it was a pretty good lineup.
Yeah. Are you surprised at all by the double aggro druid bring? I think it's obviously fallen off in popularity recently, but it definitely has its matchup still, still being fairly strong into aggro quest warrior, which is still really popular, still strong, as we've seen into face hunter, which is why Diamond brought it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because it's been falling off recently. I can definitely see why Diamond brought it because of his strategy. And I mean, it's still, like you said, a good deck, so it's not that surprising, but wasn't that popular in the draft series.
No, not super popular. But yeah, I think Hunter, it looks unfavored in this matchup, but it has been one of the best performing decks in the draft series so far, with Demon Hunter being the other class that's been performing really, really well. So I think some of these matchups that used to be worse for the Hunter have improved a lot lately, notably like the Druid and the Paladin. I think a card like Ramming Mount really improves the Paladin matchup a lot, being able to make value trades without losing any health in the early to mid game is really useful. And also just stuff like being more aggressive on board with Arcane Anomaly and Wound Prey, I think, help a lot against Paladin, just being able to take the board as early as possible and get some chip damage in. And I think that also works for the Token Druid matchup as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a way that Skirt's going to be able to snowball the matchup. Just trying to stick a 1-drop and then start buffing it up and getting free trades and snowballing his advantage. Also interesting, both players have Warlock, but Diamond brought the Fatigue Warlock and Skirt brought the Handlock. So if we see a Warlock mirror, I believe the Fatigue Lock is slightly favored in the mirror.
Yeah, the Handlock from Skirt was banned out, I believe.
Oh, it was?
I think that was
you are right, yeah. So we're only going to see one Warlock this match. Won't have to worry about it.
Diamond was calling it his fun lock, his fun Warlock. So, but
I haven't really played it since the balance patch, or I guess since it was originally nerfed with the Mithril Rod nerf.
Yeah, neither have I, but it definitely looks pretty good for Diamond, especially in this matchup.
Yeah, I guess like notable cards in there, the one of Mana Feeder Panthera, which you see, two of sometimes, one of sometimes, and then the one of Unstable Shadow Blast as well. It's the other singleton card in the list. Other than that, pretty standard stuff. Not really much to note there. The Druid lists differ a bit as well. Diamond going for the Vibrant Squirrels and the one of Wriggling Whore, whereas Skirt went for the Jerry Rig Carpenter with Sow the Soil package. I think in the mirror, the Squirrels are maybe a bit better. Jerry Rig is maybe a bit slow, not very well statted for to face an aggro deck.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Also, Skirt has 2 Neophytes and 2 Ratchet Privateers and Warrior. I'm pretty sure this is Zhao Ti's Masters Tour list. It might be slightly different, but I think it is the same.
I think this is card for card the same list that Zhao Ti won the Masters Tour with, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Players are ready to go. If you guys are ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So for our spectators, we're going to have Skirt Reynolds is going to be at the bottom of the screen, or first to spectate for our casters here. And Diamond's going to be at the top of the screen. Just be aware we will be, if the Druid matchup happens, there will be some crazy mule disconnect, reconnect action going on, so don't fret. Blizzard doesn't need to fix the friends list, and it doesn't need to fix the mule either. So
yeah, mule bug's been around for like 3.5 months. Yeah. Who needs to fix it?
So I'll let the players know they could start, but go in here. Maybe you guys taking a look at the stats. Want to comment on how the stats are going there overall for the draft series?
Yeah, this is somewhat important for standings implications. I think Diamond's team, or Mad, it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think, your team, Neji, I think you guys are guaranteed above them in the standings, but if Skirt wins, I think his team gets in through the bye.
Yeah, so they're 4 points behind us right now in our division. So if they sweep, then they'll tie us, but we still have the head-to-head, so we'll still be ahead. Yeah. But with the 4 points, it would put them above every other second-place team, which would give them the wild card spot. So it's win and in, and if you lose, I'm pretty sure they can't make it. Or maybe with 2 points, they'll tie your team.
Okay. Yeah, it does get a little bit more complicated.
So if it's a 3-1 or 3-0 for Diamond, that's it. And if not, we'll have to see what happens.
Okay, players are jumping in. So.
Hazelback versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. Here for a lesson?
All right, yeah, so Diamond ran the Questlock first, which, makes a lot of sense. I think his Questlock is favored into pretty much all of Skirt's decks.
Yep.
Interested as to kind of what you keep here, though. Touch of the Nathrezim is pretty good at removing a lot of the early drops. You probably won't be getting the health regen from it early if you play it on 1 or 2, but I think it's definitely worth a consideration since Razormane Battleguard is 2 health now.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing because it does kill the Battleguard. I think it's worth the keep. I like this mulligan actually. Tossing the rod is a good thing to do. It's really slow versus Druid.
Yeah, that's a good point to note. I think a lot of people would just kind of keep Rod without thinking just because it's such a core card in the deck and so synergistic with like all your draw cards. But the fact that it's 4 mana now, it's really just going to sit in your hand and do nothing for a lot of.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if Skirt decides to tempo the Razormane. Looks like he's going to go for the Druid of the Reef with Adorable, which I like. Save the 2-drop for a taunt.
Yeah, you have a play right now. I don't think there's any reason that you need to drop the Razormane early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also like getting in a life tap now rather than a bit later.
Yeah, agreed. Not under a lot of pressure here. We really want to find Soul Rend. Or wait, no, actually, we're not running them in this deck.
Yeah.
So in that case, we're looking for the Grimoire, right?
Yeah, Grimoire of Sacrifice.
Yeah. That's going to be our AoE. See if Skirt plays around the Grimoire here by not playing the other 1/1s.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You know, you might want to save these tokens for a composting, but at the same time, you also have a play on 4 anyways. Park Panther's not obviously not amazing if there's no minion to attack into, but it's still fine. I don't think it's really a card that's winning or losing you the matchup a lot of the time.
Yeah, for sure. This does give Skirt a target for the Arc Panther.
Yeah, he's able to curve out pretty nicely here. And, you know, the fact that he didn't get a taunt early meant he held the Razormane Battle Guard in hand. And now with Oracle, he could get, you know, a Greybough or a Teacher's Pet down on 6 and get 2 of them.
Yep, exactly. Which is really hard for this deck to remove without Moarg and Grimoire stuff.
Yeah, and getting a little bit scary here, you know.
You're getting
kind of low. I mean, you have to kill this Park Panther here, right? You're taking 7 from it if you don't.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a Drain Soul.
You are just...
Could save the Drain Soul for Tamsin.
You go back up. If you play Blast on the 2/4, you go up to 12.
Yeah, I mean, if we're targeting the 2/4 here with Blast, Diamond's definitely thinking of Drain Souling the 4/3.
Yeah,
not going to leave that up.
Definitely wants to save it for next turn with Tamsin, the Drain Soul. So I think, yeah, we're going to see a Tour Guide plus Armor Bender here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for this.
Yeah, this is a good line.
Having Tamsin without a good shadow removal spell in hand feels pretty bad.
Yeah. If we dumped both the removals there, I think we're in a really, really rough spot. But now having the Drain Soul, we'll see. Skirt does go face, so Diamond's going to be able to clean up the 4/3 and the 2/4 here with Tamsin Drain Soul. And I believe get a life tap in. 0 this turn, yeah.
Haven't heard of me? You will.
Yeah, we'll go back up to 13 with this. Just leave 2 things on board.
Yep.
Yeah, Skirt now kind of needing a strong top deck, or he's probably just going to be out of the game. Either, you know, a 5-cost taunt or maybe a composting would be decent here.
Yeah. I mean, with Diamond's current hand, even just a taunt minion to play with Oracle and Razormane Battle Guard would really flood the board, and Diamond doesn't actually have an answer right now.
Yeah, I guess any taunt would kind of work here.
We'll see if Diamond decides to tap. Might have been wanting to save it to combo with the Mana Feeder for cheap next turn.
Yeah, he also... Oh, there's the other good top deck, Arbrev.
That is a good one. It's definitely just, yeah, Marsul plus Arbor.
Yeah,
He's
and I think
very
maybe
surprised if we don't kill the Tamsin.
I think maybe the tap was, or holding the tap was being worried about. I guess so the soil Arbor would have killed him anyways. So I don't know if there was a 1 damage and like an exact 1 or 2 damage plus Arbor that killed him.
Yeah. So at this point, it's going to be hard for Diamond to clear here. Gonna need to find
I think it's just Grimoire, right?
Yeah,
Maybe-
but Grimoire does 2, so you need to hit more Grimoire off this backfire. Or the tap as well. But that
yeah.
will
Although if you're
leave
tapping,
you dead.
you are just dead.
Yeah. So Diamond unable to find a way to clear the board. Not having access to Soul Rend in this deck. And not finding Grimoire. Is going to leave him dead on board.
Yeah, I mean,
Impressively done.
Skirt got. I mean, given Diamond's hand, he got the best possible top deck and Arbor up, and I think he played it pretty well. You know, holding back on the tokens was probably a pretty good idea. You know, playing around the initial threat of Grimoire, and then once you've seen that he doesn't have it, you can play more into it.
Yeah, for sure. And again, holding back that Razormane with the Oracle. So if this board does get cleared, you can go right back in on the board.
And that's a pretty huge win for the Token Druid. I'd say that was another deck that wasn't super favored into Diamond's lineup. I would say it's probably still a good matchup into Paladin, but you know, playing into Warlock I would say that's probably a bad matchup. I don't really remember what the matchup is like. I haven't played it too much, but I have to imagine it's not great for the Druid.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's slightly Warlock favored. But we do see the Hunter finally coming out here, so see if Skirt can get that through. That is the big question mark for this series.
Yeah, pretty good start too. Well, for Skirt that is. No removal on Diamond's side, which is a bit scary. I wonder if
Yeah,
I wonder if playing an armor vendor on one to challenge the board is ever better.
I think I would have liked to see Armor Vendor and then Quest Armor Vendor on 2. Try and
Yeah,
contest.
maybe feels a bit worse because you're at you're not tapping on 2, so it might make it a bit more awkward spending your mana over the next couple of turns.
Yeah. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'd like to see a tap.
Yeah, I think if you're not playing vendor on 1, you're not playing it on 2 either.
Yeah, you're just
But-
using it to gain some HP later on.
I do like the consistency in the play then, just you know, sticking to the line.
Agreed. Likely we'll see. Well, honestly,
I
there are a
think
few
this is
decisions here.
I do think this is kind of interesting. You know, you can fit in a hero power next turn if you quick shot this turn, right? You have
Yeah.
the anomaly up to 4 health. You can fit in Guardian Og Merchant plus hero power.
Yeah.
This probably does a better job of protecting it overall. 2 health plus Divine Shield is definitely stickier than 4 health, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Does leave Skirt with a bit of an awkward curve here, though. Because that quick shot's never going to be drawing cards until way later because of this Barak in hand.
Yeah, I mean, given the hand, you might even say that this quick shot will never draw a card this game.
Yeah, it probably would never draw a card. See if Skirt wants to play around trade plus touch on his anomaly by playing quick shot, or just decides to hero power and weave that in while you have it available to you.
Well, I mean, you could also just quick shot face too, right?
Yeah, by quick shotting
also
face, you prevent the touch.
Yeah, you also protect from touch, and then you kind of set up a piercing shot next turn by leaving the armor vendor on board.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Diamond's probably going to go for Tamsin touch here anyways, so you have a piercing shot target no matter what.
Yep.
I don't even think there's just a play that's even close to as good.
No, I agree. Setting up the rod is definitely way too slow in this matchup. Diamond might be thinking about trying to get a Grimoire, potentially like life tap, armor vendor Grimoire to get another tap in. Maybe try and find something else to combo with Tamsin, have an even bigger swing turn.
Yeah, that's possible.
Haven't heard of me.
But is just going to go with this line. Healing 8.
Yeah, I don't think you need to get too greedy with your Tamsin turns. I think just healing for 8 and removing 4 power off the board is pretty good.
Yeah, and especially with a raised dead in hand right now. If you want it back, you can get it. Nightshade Matron, huge pickup here.
Yeah, that probably the best top deck you could have gotten.
Yeah. Likely just going to combo this with a armor vendor.
Yeah, I like taking the bump in here as well.
Yeah, Divine Shields are really tricky for Warlock to remove. So getting rid of that now is good.
Let me work my magic.
So Skirt's opting to still try and protect this anomaly and stay on board, rather than play Barak and just draw your burn. Not close enough to burning Diamond out right now.
Yeah, the piercing shot does, do a pretty efficient job of removing that 5/3. It does. Now that both piercing shots are gone, now it does kind of make, a bristleback sticking on board a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, that's true.
Wonder if he goes for a raised dead Tamsin here. Does seem pretty strong, and you will be able to remove both minions and proc your quest.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed though because we have another armor vendor, Matron, and Tamsin. But can always just start with it to see what we get.
Okay, he's gonna go for it this way.
Trying to optimize the quest ticks, not waste any. Reasonable. Does clear the board and weave in a backfire. I think at this point you just play the backfire. You have the 3 mana.
Yeah. Although now, with Barret Kotobane coming down this turn, there isn't actually an answer for it. You could raise dead, go for the 50/50 on the Matron, and then play the Matron and play Bristleback.
Yeah. Well, you could just play Thalnos and coil it, and that'll put you to 10 cards, right?
Oh, right, the Thalnos will draw as well. Okay. So you do have a guaranteed way of getting the Bristleback off.
Yeah, so even if this Adorable comes down, we'll still be able to clear it with the Bristleback.
Yeah, it did get a quick shot, aim shot off the Barret Kotobane, which I think is what you're looking for. It's not super likely that this board's going to stick for you.
Yeah, this one in the game, you're really not wanting to find those ramming mounts. At least compared to aim shot.
Okay, wow, Tamsin pickup's pretty huge.
Yeah, that's massive. We can heal a ton with this. We can stay out of range from dying, and then we'll have the Bristleback for the next turn as well. Assign to tap to complete the quest stage. And then just healing up for 6.
Yeah, I think I might have gone for a coil instead to take the 1/1 off board.
Yeah, if we go for the coil, we get another one in hand, and then we can also play the armor vendor.
I think the Rhino was going to clear it off no matter what, but
Hmm.
now you have maybe an option to play Biscuit on the 1/1 instead and make the clears a bit more challenging.
Yep. Well, with Diamond's natural draw here, he will be at 10 cards in deck, so Bristleback will be able to clear this off.
Yeah, and this is kind of where the matchup becomes really tough to win for the Hunter.
Yeah, especially finding a perfect opportunity to get the Rod online. Diamond just has so much life gain in his deck at this point. Armor Vendor, Drain Souls, or Drain Soul, Bristleback. Also still has Moarg to combo with Lifesteal.
Yeah, I guess he's not completely out of the woods yet. You know, he's at 15, and you know the quick shot will kind of keep Skirt's resources going a bit.
Yeah.
I think
See if Script goes for the Wound Bray.
I think the fact that Skirt doesn't have Moonfang in the list makes it a lot tougher. I find that, at least in my experience playing against Quest Warlock, that's a card that really comes in clutch a lot of the time, especially if you're able to buff it.
Yeah, that's really hard for the Warlock to remove. Well, Moarg is a card that does help remove Moonfangs, but none here. Yeah, Diamond can just get deeper in his deck. He has the Grimoire already in hand to clear this board up, comboed with an Armor Vendor to gain more HP. And it'll all be 0 mana if we play this Backfire.
Yeah, I think now you can just play out whatever you want in your hand, and it doesn't make too much of a difference, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do still have to manage your resources a little bit and not, you know, waste everything. But I think Diamond's quite comfortable in this position now.
Yeah. I also like getting this Bristleback on board.
Okay, Diamond, don't tap.
Yeah.
I think all he has to do is not play life tap before playing his cards, and he's fine.
Now can life tap,
Oh, okay.
cleanly
Nice.
complete quest, clear off the board, add 20 HP with a lifesteal minion hand, with infinite healing in hand. This game is definitely looking pretty rough for Skirt.
Yeah, having to play, you know, quick shot and aim shot on like both of the bristlebacks is pretty sad.
Yeah.
Did take the explosive trap there. I mean, that's the only decent one I think out of the options.
Yep. I mean, at this point, Diamond never needs to even attack face.
Yeah, he could honestly probably just bristleback his own minion here if he wanted to be insanely safe. I don't even think there is a possible lethal from Skirt. Although there's okay, if he attacks in, there is second quick shot, second aim shot now.
Yeah.
But he's
Looks
gonna
like he is
play the
gonna heal.
bristleback and heal up anyways. So yeah, smartly done.
Yeah, at this point, you're pretty safe.
Yeah, I think it is, you know, important to note that this is a 5 seed game we're seeing here, and I think both sides have played pretty exceptionally well.
Yeah, I agree. This has been really clean play.
Yeah, you know, I think draft series, the 5 seed, like, or at least the seeding of all the players in draft series has been, you know, a good chunk above, you know, the average level you would see in, you know, like a legacy or a hero series.
Definitely agree, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the level of play, at least from the games I've seen, have been really, really good.
For sure. And that's going to do it for this game. There's pretty much no way Script can come back at this point.
Diamond just attacking face, getting the explosive trap damage sent right back in Skirt's face.
Yeah. Explosive not too great when your opponents played the Tamsin. And Diamond's just going to heal the full. And we'll kill Skirt with his natural draw next turn.
Yep.
Well played, indeed.
So Diamond ties up the series. We have Libram Paladin, Aggro Druid for Diamond versus the Face Hunter and Pirate Warrior for Skirt.
Yeah, it might be a bit tough to get the Warrior through now that I'm thinking about it, right? It's kind of not great into Paladin or the Token Druid. And also Skirt's Warrior doesn't have Rancor or Man the Cannons, so it's going to have a much harder time into Druid than some other Warrior list you'd see.
Yeah, he has a very aggressive list that's cut pretty much all the removal except for a single copy of Lord Barov. So yeah, at this point, I believe Diamond has just strictly favorables left with all his decks.
Yeah, although I think, like we've mentioned, some of these aggro Druid matchups are a lot closer than they used to be.
Yeah, definitely. They're not favored by much. Most of these are close to 50-50.
Yeah, I think the Hunter specifically with, this lower end Wound Prey list is not even, I don't think, but it is close. I think maybe it's only like 55% for the Druid as opposed to, it used to be maybe above 60.
Yeah, you can snowball really fast as a Hunter. See if Diamond chooses to keep a curve here. You see Skirt already has the Intrepid Initiate, which alongside a potential buff, especially on the play, is going to be pretty lethal.
Yeah, I mean, both sides sort of getting the hand they're looking for. Diamond obviously looking for that Razormane Battle Guard to go alongside these taunts.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if we're gonna see a brawler here. Or okay, he's gonna go for the Druid of the Reef and just rush it in immediately.
Yep.
Skirt does have a really strong answer for this though. This anomaly is not gonna be able to be answered immediately. And I mean, we can see that this ramming mount's also gonna just get a perfect value trade into the brawler next turn.
Yeah, this ramming mount is going to be pretty brutal for Diamond.
I wonder which one you play it on, because if you play it onto the anomaly, it plays around Park Panther much better.
Yeah.
But it also leaves you with, just a 1 health token that doesn't trade that well into most things. And you're also pushing less damage face this turn.
Yeah, having 2 threats here is pretty good.
Spectator Mule coming in potentially.
Oh, dodged.
Dodged for now.
Without a huge swing here from Diamond, it's going to be tough to come back from this board. These anomalies, or this anomaly, is just going to keep snowballing, and the ramming mount, we're not been taking any damage on our minions.
Yeah, I'm
and the
curious
matchup that's just minion based is going to be tough.
I'm curious as to what Skirt goes for here. I think the anomaly plus Demon Companion is actually better.
Yeah, I agree.
I think piercing shot, saving that for an Oracle balloon that is behind a taunt is maybe better. I think this is maybe a bit of an oversight from Skirt because, if Park Panther were to come down here, that's a way that Diamond could really come back into the game and start swinging it.
Yeah.
Okay, time to leave spectator.
Are you thanking him, Neji?
Yep.
Like Skirt picked up the adorable infestation off the top.
Yeah, at this point for Diamond, there's really, I'd say Oracle plus Battle Guard plus 5-drop taunt is one of your only ways to come back. Or just Skirt bricking for multiple draws.
It's hard to say. Like, even if Skirt bricks, right, his board can just immediately answer everything that Diamond has. So it's hard to say, like,
Yeah.
how do you even...
The bricks would
how
have
do
to
you
be also Diamond drawing perfectly into... I don't even know what he could find here, actually.
The Hyena with ramming mount's just gonna take a value trade into this 5-3. So, I don't know, maybe there was a better way to set up your board, because this seemed like it didn't do anything.
Yeah. And with that draw from Skirt, there's just no coming back.
If the streamers see, or our viewers see Diamond's face, he's pretty much just saying, okay, just go.
Yeah, Diamond is...
Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Diamond looking a bit exasperated. Skirt, stoic as ever, which he always is as far as I've seen him on stream. Yeah, I think Skirt's someone who doesn't really seem to get phased much by, the state of the game and how it's going. I think he's a player that really just stays pretty cool under pressure, from what I've seen.
Yeah, it seems that way. Which is definitely important for a game
sure.
with a lot of draw RNG and just RNG in general.
Yeah, I remember when he played his Hero Finals match on stream, I think he was holding Battle Guard and Oracle Balloon in his hand for a few turns, and he got the taunt in his hand like one turn late, and I think the rest of the team we were in call and we were like, I think all of us were saying like, we would have had some sort of reaction, but Skirt did not budge at all, even though it was I don't know, I would have been tilted.
Yeah.
But yeah, he really does not react. But yeah, Park Panther here would have been good a couple of turns ago, but yeah, here it's just far too late.
Yeah, there was really not much Diamond could have done in this matchup. The Ramming Mount is a card that can just completely solo this deck. And without a huge swing turn with Oracle, there was never a chance to get back on board.
Yeah, I think maybe the Mulligan keeps could have been a bit different. If Wound Praise in the deck, how good really is Peasant?
Well played.
But
yeah. Was Peasant in his opening hand?
I think
I'm not sure if he
mulliganed
into it.
Okay.
I think he kept the Bonjour Brawler and the Druid of the Reef.
Okay.
But he did toss back an Oracle of Elune, which would have helped a bit in this matchup, but we didn't find the Battle Guard, so wouldn't actually have had much of an impact.
Yeah. There's maybe the idea that you could save a loon for a Druid of the Reef board swing with the rushers.
Yeah,
But I mean that's a turn 3 coin play, and you pretty much need to be fighting for board on turns 1 and 2. So keeping 2 cards that don't, like with the plan of not doing that, is maybe not a winning line either.
yeah, I think it was fine to toss it back.
Yeah. So now we're seeing the Quest Warrior into the Libram Paladin, which is, another matchup that should be heavily favored for Diamond. But, the Warrior does have some game into it. I think the Neophyte could be pretty useful in this matchup, especially given Diamond's hand if he elects to keep any of it.
Yeah, for sure. If the Warrior can have a strong opening, it's not too hard just to roll over the Paladin. But if the game goes a little bit longer, the Paladin starts to build up those Libram of Hopes and Liadrin's buffs, and it just gets really tough.
Yeah, I think, we talked about how the loss of Rancor or AoE is, pretty bad into Druid, but I think it actually helps the Paladin matchup because they're not really going too wide most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And something like a Cult Neophyte could actually delay a Libram of Hope, which I think is a lot more relevant.
Yeah, for sure. I think Skirt's Warrior list gives him the best chance against Paladin out of pretty much every Warrior list. Maybe a Mutinous or something would help eat a Liadrin or something, but
Yeah, you could go back to the old, quest control warrior that we saw kind of before the mini set with Mutinous, and sometimes we saw Shadowhunter Vol'jin as a paladin tech as well,
yeah.
or I guess also as somewhat of an anti-DH tech. But I think if you're going for the aggro warrior archetype, I think maybe Neophyte is one of the better options you have.
Really? It's not too heavy.
Yeah. Crab Rider is a really nice pickup, especially being buffed.
Wow.
As a 1/4 doesn't have much impact, but
Yeah, luckily Skirt gets a 2-drop to play on this turn, because I think that keeping the Sword Eater in hand in his opener almost came back to bite him.
yeah.
Yeah, now you can just set up the weapon, swing face with it, set up a 2-drop.
Yeah, there aren't too many options here. I don't think you want to be burning your Shiver quite yet.
Yeah, a little bit annoying for Skirt because he has so many weapon charges in the cards in his hand.
Yeah.
That's also the Whetstone Hatchet is the only weapon in his deck. He only runs it as a 1-of, so he will not be drawing a weapon off of the first quest proc.
Yeah, that's actually a big deal. Being an extra card down here, coming off of next turn.
Yeah, I also think trading was the right idea there. I think it's just maybe a little bit too risky to not trade.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, he did hit both of the Whetstone Hatchet buffs on that left side Sword Eater, so it's now
Yeah, just
4
got a big
5
one.
instead.
Yep. And like you said, not going to be getting anything off this quest proc. And Diamond's going to come in with the huge Aldor Truthseeker. So that Shiver that Skirt decided to keep earlier, it's definitely going to help him out here.
Yeah, he is going to be able to clear it off pretty much perfectly with the Shiver and the weapon swing, and gets to play the other Sword Eater, re-equip the weapon.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes for the Sword Eater to be mana efficient, or just plays South Sea Captain to try and keep an extra weapon charge.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I would prefer Sword Eater a little bit, but I can definitely understand the wanting to play Captain as well.
No.
Yeah, both seem fine. I definitely would not play Neophyte here. You want to be playing that next turn because the Limmer of Hope costs 7 mana right now. So going
Yeah,
into Diamond's turn 7, you want to be disrupting. Well, with a 5/6 Devout Pupil and the 0 mana Libram,
Cannot wait to read these.
we will be able to full clear here with the Broom.
I do love a good study session.
yeah, this is a pretty clean clear here. I think, yeah, I guess the only issue now is that you're kind of out of minions to play if this gets cleared off.
Yeah, your hand is a lot of dead removal right now because you are ahead. But if Skirt goes for like Harbor Scamp into another 2-drop plus Neophyte or something, you will have a clear
Yeah,
with
it
Samuro.
does get the cannon proc here. Not the worst outcome, I guess. Definitely would
Yeah.
have preferred to have a cannon shot not hit face.
At this point, the Cult Neophyte isn't really disrupting much because Limmer of Hope costs 6 mana,
Maybe.
so it doesn't need to be a priority this turn.
I gotta move.
With Skirt's hand, it really doesn't have a lot of ways to remove minions. I wouldn't even mind swinging in your weapon here and then re-equipping with Sword Eater to already start chunking out the 6/7.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough decision.
Trying to get an armor up in. And does swing anyways. Bannerman's a huge draw here.
Too heavy.
Yeah,
That's
kind of
massive.
drawing into the hard punish there of being able to play Samuro if you want to.
Yeah. I like using the Liver of Justice here. We get to save the Samuro Justice combo, whereas having 2 Justices in hand is pretty useless, currently at least.
Yeah, although like I guess there still is the Barov potential that you could lose board. Well, this is pretty sad.
Yeah, that's really tough. Not getting a card off of the Anchorman. And Dom is just going to be able to load up this Lady Liadrin. I think you just keep pressuring. You Libram of Wisdom, you play Lady Liadrin,
Yeah,
and just smack Skirt.
it's not lethal, but it is close. I think you're gonna get, I don't know, 3 or 4 wisdoms off of Liadrin here.
Yeah. Taking it slow, getting a bit more value off the Liadrin.
That was a mistake. Reporting for duty.
Maybe okay.
Oh, missed a buff.
That was a little bit of a mistake. I also think there's not really any downside to going for Liadrin that turn. I mean, I guess you miss out on getting Noble Mount back in your hand, but you put way more stats on board that turn.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Liadrin, but it is going to get a lot next turn as well.
No.
Skirt will be able to live for now.
I think is it lethal with Justice?
Yes, yeah, it is lethal.
He's gonna get at least 3 Libram. Oh, okay.
I think he had 3 or 4, so yeah.
Yeah, so this is just going to do it with Justice.
So Diamond's going to tie up the series. Oh, he had 6 of them.
He had a lot.
Well played.
Definitely dead.
Well played.
Well, that's going to tie up the series again and bring us to a game 5 where we have still the Warrior for Skirt and what was Diamond's last? Oh, the Token Druid.
Aggro Druid, yeah.
Yeah, and then on paper that should be much better for Diamond, especially with the Cult Neophytes in Skirt's deck.
Yeah, not having Rancors in this matchup is going to be really, really rough.
For Cosmoda!
There's not really many comeback mechanics in the Warrior. Besides the Lord Barov, there really isn't anything. If you get snowballed out of the game, it's going to be
Skirt
tough.
does have the Harper Scamp, which is, the best 2-drop in the deck. So that could, help him out to some extent.
Yeah, does draw that weapon again, so not going to get anything off the quest proc. But the weapon is also useful for clearing 1-health minions early in the game. Still would rather be in the deck, though. Squirrel does contest the 2-drops coming down here nicely. Even if it was a Bloodsail Raider, we have the Druid of the Reef or the Adorable to clear it off.
Yeah, I think despite the Whetstone Hatchet clearing up the Squirrel pretty nicely, it does really mess up your curve.
Yeah, I really
You're
don't
not able
think
to
they
get your
can
quest
afford to.
online as quickly. This Oracle Balloon, though, is going to be pretty tough to answer.
Yeah, without a Shiver off the top, Skirt is not going to be able to clear this minion. And it's going to get a lot of value.
Grab your cutlass. Let's buckle swash.
Could either go for the Harbor Scamp or the Bloodsail here. Bloodsail puts more stats on the board, which is honestly what you need right now.
Yeah, maybe Bloodsail Raider is a bit better.
Yeah, I like swinging for sure here. Just chipping away at the minions. No point in pushing face at all right now. First priority is coming back on the board. Very likely going to see the Rush Druid of the Reef here. Clean up the board.
I think that is
Oh,
a
wow.
good pickup.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
big.
amazing because this Oracle Balloon is probably still alive.
Yeah, you have to get some really good hits. Double.
I wonder
don't
if you
really
ever
think
want to
there's-
save it for next turn.
So many.
You could just play the
And-
Captain here instead
Maybe?
as a 4/3. It is going to get cleared up by, double Adorable onto the Annoyotron that you don't swing into.
This is just so much health to try and get through regardless.
It just does seem like, I don't know, at least to me it seems kind of tough to actually do anything with this Cannoneer on this turn.
It's going to be even tougher next turn with more things on board. Diamond doesn't actually have a great way to utilize the Oracle besides the Cubs off or Adorable, but setting up for a turn 5 Arbor up with a full board is lethal.
Yeah, this does go pretty wide here. Cannoneer is going to proc the quest.
We're gonna need more gunpowder.
And the Neophyte will actually prevent the Arbor at this turn. Wow, that is tragic.
That is not what you want to see. If we don't double hit the Oracle here,
Aw,
nope.
that is sad.
So yeah, preventing the Arbor up's not bad.
The fact that two of the 4 cannon shots went face is pretty brutal for Skirt.
Definitely. And now we can just go wide on the board again because there's no Rancor, there's no cannon shots.
Yep.
I like utilizing these now. They get a lot worse later when the Oracle dies. And it sets up for the big Arbor. I think a lot of people have been tempted by Teacher's Pet Bear, but I think this is a smarter play.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think getting value out of your smaller minions when they do get value is a much better play.
Gotta get through me.
Skirt is going to be able to get Rakara in hand, though. But with an Arbor up coming down,
How much damage is this? It's 9 plus
he is
10.
dead.
He is just dead. Yeah.
He is dead.
Yeah. And no matter what Skirt does here, he's just dead and the game's over. I
What's
guess he could
Diamond?
hero power.
What's Diamond crossing his fingers for?
I'm not sure.
Good luck. Here.
He's crossing his fingers for the generated man the cannons off of I don't know, venomous Scorpid that he generated off of something. Off of running an illegal deck list, maybe.
There you go.
Dom's going to find out that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
The hero power does make
Yeah.
it one off.
actually does.
So I don't really see what it
It's-
does.
Yeah, it's just delaying the inevitable at this point. Like, I don't think there's a single card in Skirt's deck that can save him.
Yeah.
So I think Diamond would have liked to potentially trade a 1-1 into the 3-1 and then buff another 1-1. Maybe is why he's emoting it. But
Oh yeah.
at this point, it does not matter.
Yeah,
There's no
you could
card
even
that
you
saves
could even
Skirt.
argue that just getting the face damage as opposed to trading in like that is better anyways.
Yeah, I think honestly it was. But looking at Skirt's list, there was no card that saved him here.
Well played.
Just
Yeah.
had to hope that there was no Arbor up, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think, maybe a couple of people have been a little bit baited by this Zhao Ti warrior list just because it did win a Masters Tour. And I think it was good into the field that it played into. Lots of Quest DHs, lots of Garrote Rogues, and that sort of thing. But maybe into... I'd say the draft series is definitely a different field than what you would expect in a Masters Tour.
Yeah.
In terms of the decks that are brought. So I think maybe just using a deck list that did well in one format doesn't really translate to another.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys ready for the winner interview?
Let's bring him in.
I don't know what his name is offhand, but we'll find out. Hello, sir.
Hello.
You owe $5 for winning tonight.
Oh,
Canadian, of course.
Nicely done. Coming back from the 1-2 and able to win it in the end.
I mean, you said not to end, so
I did tell you not to end.
I had to win. But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure with this result too, doesn't Turtles team make it anyways?
They had, let's see. I'm not sure it does.
They're at 47, so they'd be at 49 now, and then we're at 58. So I think
They are tied for the wild card right now with Chicken's team.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure what the
how do we
tiebreaker
break that tie?
Yeah, you guys haven't played each other, so I'm not sure what the tiebreaker actually is there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Tied?
Okay. Well, I'm sure.
Oh
I'm
wait,
sure
no,
someone will,
there's a three-way tie. Oh no, sorry, because
I'm sure someone will come up with a very interesting way to break the tie.
Coin flip.
Yeah.
Let's play tag team multiplication.
Yeah. I guess on the match, or I guess on this week so far, did you expect a lot of I guess Warrior and Hunter going into this week, and did that kind of play into what you brought for your lineup?
Yeah, in general, I find that Warrior and Hunter round up like most lineups, like especially in the top level, and I assume like in the lower seeds people tend to go for aggro anyways. So I didn't go like Mila for a full counter lineup, but I played the decks I liked, and I was actually surprised of the DH ban. Like I was expecting Warlock, but Skirt may have banned DH because Turtle or someone on their team might know that I really like playing Fel DH. So that was interesting. But yeah, I just kind of brought the decks I like, and they played into that strategy, which I did most of the Hero season. So that was nice.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean series overall. I think both of you played really well, and both me and Chicken were impressed by the level of play.
See, the 5 seed ain't all bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
But we also
Chicken
are
was
two
saying.
people who shouldn't be in the 5 seed, arguably.
Yeah, that's what Chicken was saying earlier. It's just the level of play right now in the draft series is just a bit above in every seed what you expect in a standard THL series.
Yeah, as we saw from the draft, Donde ended up in the 5 seed and did end up sweeping his matches. Well, get it, like winning all of his matches. That is. So yeah.
It's nice to know that Donde can win in the seed he's not supposed to be in.
So
If
true.
If he had a losing record, I don't know how well that would have looked on him.
Anybody can be beaten anytime, man. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
True.
But at 400, close to 400 PR, you
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yep, there wasn't many things we were questioning. The only thing that I think both Chicken and I agreed on was potentially playing the Liadrin that turn instead of the Noble mount plus hero power, just to get more immediate stats.
I was just over that turn I was first of all counting if Liadrin was lethal, which I think it wasn't looking back, but at that point I was like, all right, if he plays a taunt, I can just set up lethal as long as my minion lives. Because the most interesting part I found about that warrior, because it's the aggro variant, was there's no Rancor or anything, so it's only really Barov plus Shiver or Pirate, and that like was for both games. I'm like, okay, he doesn't have Barov, so we're just gonna keep trucking along.
Yeah, the matchup, especially against the Druid, is way, way tougher without having the access to Rancor. The whole game, it's just playing around Barov. It's the only comeback mechanic he has, so I think you played it well. Both of you did.
Yeah, Warrior definitely, I mean, struggled a lot in this match, and it's also kind of struggled a lot in general in the draft series, having about just under a 46% win rate overall, despite being the class that has the most games played.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if it's coming down to potentially lists. I don't know what people have been running. We were talking that the list that Skirt had with the Neophytes and the Private Ratcheteers was the Zhao T list and was stronger into the MT field than kind of what we expected for the draft series, especially with not having the Rancors. So maybe it's just the lists aren't getting there, or maybe Warriors just not that strong.
It could be a thing as well that people expect Warrior to be in lineups because I think the big ones are like DH in general is like I think that was also brought a lot of people expect, but you can't really target DH as well as like something like Warrior, I guess. I think overall all my decks are like fine besides actually the deck that was banned, which is Fel DH. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Warriors bring rate, yeah, it could be due to the popularity of Demon Hunter because it is such a good counter. And then if your opponent doesn't have Demon Hunter, well, it's a little bit awkward.
There we go. Officially submitted the results. So I think there's a bunch of points still. It's F12 silver could make
Yeah,
it.
just
And I think that's it. Or maybe a very brushy tuna Thanksgiving can also sneak in because I can go up to 49 points.
yeah. It looks like the not entirely Justin's team could technically win Group 1 over F12 Silver. If F12 does not get any more points and Justin gets almost all their points from now on. But I think the standings are mostly locked up, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I don't know what the Team Justin Singular and Turdy Wordy's Poggy Woggy's tiebreaker is going to be if it comes to that, but
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how the tie is broken.
where is Marty V?
Yeah, lots. I mean, more ties than I would have expected to even need to be broken.
Oh, I don't know if there's still time, but apparently Desharmo needs an emergency sub. He can't play his final match. Max PR 446. So if anyone out there watching can sub in, that'd be good for Lotus.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be a great help for them. Yeah, I mean, we're always trying to avoid DQs. And I think, have there been any in draft series? Not that I have heard of.
I don't believe so. Maybe there might have been like, I don't think there's any DQs. Maybe someone may have like miscued a class or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it seems like everything's been running pretty smoothly so far. Despite, I mean, just the sheer volume of matches that everyone's had to play.
Yeah, I was just gonna comment and with the Thanksgiving holiday for majority of the league.
Yeah.
Except not the majority of the people in the call.
True.
Yeah. We got the all
All
Maple
Canadian
Leaf
cast right now.
Damn.
Eh?
I think, wow, Lotus has an insane record. He went 3-0 and only lost one game.
Wow, that is crazy.
Impressive.
And he was in the 2 seed?
I believe so. He was on a very brushy's tuna Thanksgiving. Let's see. Draft Lotus. Yeah, he's in the 2 seed because 70 PR lower than based. I'd say both based and Lotus their group.
Oh god.
Wow,
Damn.
that is pretty impressive.
Maybe you guys on Hearth Center will cover what goes on, or like a full analysis of this week. We'll see.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a lot to cover. I'm sure more than we'll be able to on the show.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I think that was most of the things I had to cover. Anything else you wanted to add, Neji?
I don't think so. It was just a well-played match by both players. Enjoyable to cast, so thanks for having the games.
Yeah, thanks for being on stream there, Diamond, and thanks for reminding me that there was going to be a stream tonight. I was like,
problem.
oh
Yeah,
shit. Okay, yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
Confirmed.
Soccer,
Wait a
you're
second,
gonna
hold
add
on.
as the caster, and he's like, there's no plans for a match today, and I was like, what?
Yeah. No, it turned out to be a terrific match, and I'm glad we got the fantastic Canadian duo, we'll call you guys. So
The clowns.
the clown. Hey, Canadian clowns.
but
Fiesta.
more like the
Former.
clown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, clown and former clown.
there you go.
Yeah. We'll
All
see
right.
what happens for reveals this week.
That's right.
Was that this week?
Yeah, it's coming up this week. So
Oh,
it's-
nice. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Friday
Mhm.
and Saturday, right, Soccer?
Yeah, I was just going to touch base on that one. So we got Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, so 10 o'clock for myself. But we're definitely going to have the Pro and the Wild Series
Nice.
hitting up first, and just want to double check who I got there. So I got one of the individuals that's on the call right now. So we got Nails, Cyan Cheapies, Super Chicken, and Jordan MG, who's handling the Wild stuff. So I can't remember how many teams there are, but I'll have to scroll back to what Mako said for captains. And then we're going to have a cool group there for the Saturday show at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be Legacy and Hero Series. We're going to have Yellow Dart, Diamond, Mojo Powell, and Geranium Battle is going to end up actually joining us there for that call as well. So
Sweet.
should be some fun, like always. And the Wheel of Doom will have to come out for certain series, as well as getting the panel's top 5, which is always interesting conversation. So, but any final words, guys, before we sign off for the evening?
Not really. Thanks, obviously, Neji and Chicken stepping up to cast. Appreciate it. And
Yeah.
Soccer for opping. And then shouts to Skirt as well for playing on stream. I think
Yeah.
this was our series to have on stream, and it was a good one.
I know.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Well
well,
played.
congrats on your win. Good luck in playoffs.
Thank you.
All right. That does it.
Yeah, I got to figure out how this tiebreaker works.
So yeah, keep in chat, keep bugging Marty till it's 3 o'clock in the morning his time, which is probably right about now. Just ping him to death.
Oh, true, yeah.
But we'll catch everybody the end of the week. Have a safe and good week. Take care, everybody.
Bye.